Hello everyone. Thank you so much, Dr. Swapnil, for a valuable and knowledgeful session. And I would like to tell you one thing that you must have find out that YouTube is removing the videos of the conference, but do not worry. I will make this upload manually, and you can also check on the Facebook page where I'm posting the videos immediately after the session. So do not worry about it, and let's enjoy the next academic session, which is today's ninth session of Dr. Rohit Srivastav. He is the certified kinesiotomy practitioner in India. He is also the certified sports injury specialist with extensive 11 years of experience clinically. Presently, he is serving as a physio in charge at Radius Joint Surgery Hospital. And today's topic of lecture is lymphedema taping. So I request Dr. Rohit, over to you, over to you for your presentation. Thank you.
Hello, good evening, friends. This is Rohit Srivastava. I am a certified practitioner of kinesiotaping and also a certified sports injury specialist. Dear all, first of all, I would like to thank Dr. Ankit Bhargava and KTAI who gives me opportunity to share my knowledge and experience at this platform. And I would like to congratulate the entire team of this e-conference of kinesiotaping, especially Dr. Ankit Bhargava. So guys, today my topic is lymphedema taping. So lymphedema taping, I will cover the lymphedema. What is lymphedema? Its stages, its signs and symptoms, and different treatment protocols, especially the kinesiotaping method. How we can treat the lymphedema patient, how we can facilitate lymphedema patient with the kinesiotape. So let's start with my topic, lymphedema taping. Okay, so let's start with my topic, lymphedema taping. So what is lymphedema? Lymphedema is the swelling in an arm or leg caused by a lymphatic system blockage. If patient's lymphatic system is not working properly, then the swelling in the arm or leg can be occur, and it will leads to lymphedema. And lymphedema is most commonly caused by lymph nodes removal or damage due to cancer treatment or parasitic infection. So parasitic infection is one of the cause that can cause the lymphedema, and most commonly is the damage of the lymph nodes due to cancer surgeries. And it is often incurable and progressive, and the number of treatments can improve the symptoms. The tissues with the lymphedema are at high risk of infection because the lymphatic system has been compromised. So this is the lymphedema. Now we should understand what is the lymphatic system. The lymphatic system is a network of specialized vessels, which we call as lymph vessels, throughout the body, whose purpose is to collect excessive lymph fluid with proteins, lipids, and waste products from the tissues. The fluid is then carried to the lymph nodes, which filters the waste products and contain infection fighting cells called lymphocytes. The excess fluid in the lymph vessel is eventually returned to the bloodstream. When the lymph vessels are blocked or unable to carry lymph fluid away from the tissues, localized swelling, which is called lymphedema, can be the result. Now, what are the stages? How the lymphedema looks like? There are three different stages. We can call it as mild, or stage 1, moderate, or stage 2, or severe, stage 3. So first we start with the mild lymphedema. While mild lymphedema is, it first may be noticed as a feeling of heaviness, tingling, tightness, warmth, or shooting pains in the extremity or affected extremity. These symptoms may be present before there is obvious swelling of an arm or leg. Other signs and symptoms of mild or early lymphedema may be a decreased ability to see or feel the veins or tendons in the extremities. Second may be a tightness of jewelry or clothing. The patient, what he or she is wearing, that might feel tight to their hands or legs. and redness of the skin. Asymmetrical appearance of the extremity means patient may feel the asymmetry in his or her right and left hand, the in which the lymphedema is there. Left hand, if the left hand is affected, then the left hand will be visible more thick, or sometimes it may appear as red, and so that the asymmetry will be present. Tightness or reduced flexibility in the joints may be affected, so that if there is lymphedema, early lymphedema, there may be a feeling of tightness, and the joint may feel more the less flexibility will be there in the joint movement. The slight puffiness of the skin may not feel more supple, and as the lymphedema progresses to a more moderate to severe stage, a swelling of the involved extremity becomes more pronounced. More pronounced means the swelling will be more, the edema will be more, the different types of symptoms that I told you earlier, that may be more pronounced. So that the other symptoms that we mentioned in above slides, that also persist with moderate or severe lymphedema. So this is the stages of lymphedema, that is mild, moderate or severe, or we can say stage 1, 2 or 3. The next, the symptoms. What are the symptoms of the lymphedema that I told you in earlier slide, but we have to go through it. So the swelling of part or all of your arms or legs, including fingers or toes, a feeling of heaviness or tightness, restricted range of motion, that is the less flexibility of the joint, aching or discomfort may be there, recurring infection that might be present, and hardening and thickening of the skin, that we called as a fibrosis, may be present. So these are the symptoms of the lymphedema. Now we talk about the treatment, as though lymphedema is incurable. We cannot cure the lymphedema, but there are different treatment protocols that we can reduce the swelling and pain, we can facilitate the patient, we can relieve the symptoms of the patient. So that includes what we called is as a complex term, that a simple term we can call it as a complex decongestive therapy, that is CDT. CDT is that is the very wide and accepted therapy that can be used, that are using by the doctors and different massage centers and the different therapists. They are using this type of therapy, that is called complex decongestive therapy, and this starts with an intensive therapy phase, during which the patient receives daily treatment and training, and this is followed by the maintenance phase. That was the first one is the intensive therapy phase. Once we go through the intensive therapy phase, that is daily treatment and training, after that it is followed by the maintenance phase. Maintenance phase, when the patient is encouraged to take over their own care using techniques that they have been taught by the therapist or the practitioner or the doctor. There are 4 components of CDT. The complex decongestive therapy has 4 components. The first one is the remedial exercises. Remedial exercises are the light exercises aimed at encouraging movements of the lymph fluid out of the limb. That are the simple and gentle exercises that doctor or therapist can tell the patient, so that the patient can carry it out by itself. Second one is the skin care. That is the very important thing, because good skin care, it reduces the risk of skin infections such as cellulitis. So the good skin care is very important. Next one is the manual lymphatic drainage. Manual lymphatic drainage, that we called it as a MLD. The lymphedema therapist uses a special massage technique to move fluid into the working lymph nodes and where they are drained. The lymphedema therapist also teaches several massage techniques that can be used during the maintenance phase. Next one is the multi-layer lymphedema bandaging, MLLB. We can call it as MLLB. That means we have to wrap the muscles and surrounding lymph vessels and nodes to help the fluid move through the lymphatic systems. So it is a type of bandaging. of the muscles and surrounding lymph vessels so that the fluid can move through the lymphatic vessels. So this is the 4 complex decongestive therapy that involves the remedial exercises, skin care, and manual lymphatic drainage, and multi-layer lymphedema bandaging. Now we should move. There are one more treatment that we can provide the patient relief with kinesiotaping method. This is my topic today also. So we move to the kinesiotaping method. What is kinesiotaping method? First, we have a brief introduction of kinesiotaping. What it does basically to the tissues and skin. So kinesiotaping, it has been found to be very effective in combating and controlling the swelling and lymphedema in mild to moderate lymphedema. And kinesiotape works to decrease swelling and lymphedema by increasing interstitial lymph fluid flow and enhance fluid exchange between tissue layers, thus decreasing the swelling. The tape will channel the exudates to less congested area through the superficial pathways. The tape gently lifts the skin, causing convolution. Convolution is the physical effects of the kinesiotape that provides the different kinds of things that involves the space, movement, and cooling of the tissues. That convolution creates space in the tissue, and that space improves the movement, and that movement creates that cooling of that area. That convolution creating channels of low pressure in the congested area of the extremity. The tape is applied with very low tension. It is around 0 to 20% of the tension should be there, but we use generally 10 to 20% of the tension while treating the lymphedema, to the point that the patient hardly notices the tape is there. It is so light that the patient hardly notices the tape is there with the less tension. This is the magic of less tension, so that the patient even hardly feels that tape is there or anything is there, but the treatment is going on. So before we move to the taping techniques for lymphedema, we should understand what is Dr. Kenzo Kase, the founder of the inventor of that kinesiotape. His fluid hydrokinetic theory. It suggests that body fluid flows between tissues to lubricate movement. Normal fluid volume in the ranges from 80% in infants to less than 50% as we age. Compression of the tissue alters fluid dynamics, which may cause inflammation, raise temperature, and may cause pain. So this is the fluid hydrokinetic theory of Dr. Kase. Now we should move towards the advantages of kinesiotape. What are the advantages? We use kinesiotape. Everybody have question in their mind why we are using the kinesiotape if we have different kinds of therapies there. So some of the advantages of the kinesiotape are there. What are the advantages? They are that the patient will have freedom of movement more than with the conventional ACE wrap. ACE wrap means all cotton elastic wrap. So if the body of the patient is wrapped with the cotton elastic, it will feel more restricted. But when we have that kinesiotape with very less tension, then the patient will feel the freedom of movement. So this is one advantage. Next is it is able to reduce lymphedema in the trunk, head, and neck, the places where the compression therapy is difficult. So where at that places we can use that kinesiotape. It can help soften fibrosis. It will help in fibrosis also. It can be used in combination with the worn underneath compression bandage. We can use it underneath the bandages. The tape does not fall down the patient's leg or arm like the ACE tends to do as the day progresses. Kinesiotape can stay on for up to 3 to 5 days at a time instead of having to be reapplied daily. This is the very good advantage of kinesiotape, that it can last for 3 to 5 days. Next, How does kinesiotape work? That I told you earlier in slides, that it creates negative pressure in the system, it lifts the tissue and improve movement and cooling, that is convolution. It improves pain, fibrosis and overall circulation. Now, what are the contraindications? Contraindications are where we cannot use the kinesiotaping method. The malignancy, if there is any advanced stage of cancer, we cannot use the kinesiotaping method. If there is any infection in that area, we have to avoid the kinesiotape. If there is wound or blood clots, we have to avoid the kinesiotaping methods over these kind of things. Now, when we can use the kinesiotape with high precaution, in which conditions? The conditions are diabetes or neuropathy, because in the diabetic patients the sensation has changed because of that diabetes, or less sensation will be there, so that the tape can cause the damage to the skin if their sensation is not good. If there is fractures, if the patient is allergic or sensitive to the adhesive, so what we have to do is to apply a patch just to check the sensitivity or allergy. We have to apply a piece of tape over the skin and watch for any adverse reaction. If the patient is comfortable with the tape, so we can go for the kinesiotaping methods. Next is the cardiac and renal condition. Because cardiac and renal condition, we have to take a high precaution, because the more fluid moves or drain out through these systems, so we have to be very careful while using the kinesiotape over the patients who has that cardiac or kidney problems. So what we have to do is to apply a small patch that I told you of tape to check any adverse reaction on the skin. Skin should be free from any oil or lotion, so that the tape sticks well, and tape can stay on up to 3 to 5 days if your skin tolerates it well. Means if the patient is comfortable with the kinesiotape, so that he or she can apply the tapes can stay there for 3 to 5 days. This is the advantage of kinesiotape. Patient should be the doctor day to day. So if we apply the kinesiotape, it can stay for 5 days. The patient can tolerate it. Now the question is it effective? The kinesiotape, researches has been done that says that the kinesiotape is effective to mild or stage 1 or early stage 2 lymphedema. However, we can use it in stage 3 or later in conjunction with the compression garments, and place on that area where we may not be able to compression on, like abdomen, chest wall or the neck area. Now, what would be the tension while we are going to treat a patient with the kinesiotape? The tension must be in ranges of 10 to 20%, because as up to 10% may assist the stretch reflex to pump fluid, and up to 20% tension may be more effective for mobilizing the deeper lymphatics. So that the tension I usually use, being a kinesio practitioner, I usually use 10 to 20% for the lymphedema patients, and I have got very good results. So we have to move to the upper limb lymphedema. So what is the method of applying the kinesiotape? And first we have to measure and cut 2 kinesio fan cut. That I will tell you in my later video. I will tell you how to cut a fan shape and how to apply the tape over the lymphedema patients on the arm. And you can use this techniques to if there is a leg edema or any other kind of things, if any other kind of swelling is there. So measure and cut 2 kinesio fan cuts, 4 to 6 tails for arm, and 2 fan cuts for the forearm. So for arm, what we have to do is anchor in neutral position with no tension at front of the shoulder, like this, and proximal to swelling or less congested area. Position, it would be neutral to gentle stretch as tolerated by the patient. Means position, ideally it should be, the tissue should be in stretched position, but if the patient is not comfortable with the stretch, if he or she is feeling any kind of pain, so we can make it to the neutral also. So position would be a neutral to gentle stretch as tolerated. Apply 10 to 20% in tails over edematous area. Each tail we should be avoid, and each tail it should be 10 to 20% of the tension. Always remember end of the each tail on gently stretched tissue with no tension. End should be in 0% tension. Anchor should be in 0% tension, and end also should be in 0% tension. Now the activate adhesive rubbing towards the anchor if possible should be the application. This next, for the second fan strips, anchor second fan in neutral position with no tension at back of the shoulder near possible lymph nodes proximal to the swelling. We have to anchor over here back of the shoulder. We should one thing to remember, we should always avoid the joint line while we are anchoring the tape. Because if we apply the anchor over the line, like this case, if we apply the tape over the axillary line, so will peel easily because of the shoulder movement, because we cannot stop the shoulder movement. So always remember the anchor should be in that position where it is in good and comfortable position, and avoid the joint line always. Now apply the 10 to 20% tension in the neutral to gentle stretch position in tails over edematous area. Second fan strips cross the first fan strips. This second fan strip should cross the first fan strip if possible. Apply end of each tail in gently stretch position with 0% or no tension. Activate adhesive rubbing towards the anchor if possible. So this is the application for the forearm. The same process we have to go, that anchor the fan strip in neutral position with no tension at front of the elbow here. Pass the joint crease so that the tape cannot peel off easily by elbow movement. As I told you earlier, we should always avoid the joint line so that the tape cannot peel off easily. Apply 10 to 20% in neutral to gentle stretch position in tails over edematous area. Apply end of each tail in gently stretch position with no tension. Activate adhesive. Now for the second fan strip, we have to anchor in neutral position with no tension behind the elbow. Apply 10 to 20% tension in neutral to gentle stretch position in tails over edematous area. Second fan strip cross the first fan strip if possible. Apply end of each tail in gently stretch position with no tension. Activate adhesive rubbing towards the anchor if possible. So this is the second. So what will be the completed application? We should cut 4 kinesio fan cuts, for 2 for the arm and 2 for the forearm. Apply 10 to 20% tension. Apply proximal to distal over congested region. So we have to apply the tape in proximal to distal, because we have to move the fluid from distal to proximal area, because the lymph nodes are expected to be in the upside, so near your axilla region. So apply proximal to distal over congested region. Reassess the patient. Always reassess for pain report, any pain, if any pain is there, or if the patient's pain has decreased or not, we have to reassess for it. Range of motion, we have to check for range of motion. Any skin temperature changes, we have to notify it or write it down. Follow-up treatment would be elevate limb when resting and gentle upper limb exercises as tolerated. Now the case if in case there are in case where the lymph are compromised on the ipsilateral side, or it is removed due to surgery, what we have to do? We should move the fluid across the midline or towards the unaffected side or other armpit. I'll tell you in my video. And if both the areas are affected, if in case if the both side bilateral surge, then we would do is to move the fluid or lymph, move the that fluid or move the fluid towards the groin area, or where the nodes are not compromised. We can move it towards the groin, or we can move it to the back area also. So this is the lymphedema taping. I will tell you in my video. Just stay with me. Hello. So here I am going to tell you how to tape lymphedema. So first what we have to do is measure tape. If just imagine this she is my patient, just measure the tape from here to here and then cut it accordingly in a fan shape. So what we have to do, first we have to measure. I measure the tape from here to for upper arm, and we have to measure for upper arm 2 sets of 2 fan cuts of upper arm and 2 fan cuts for the low, for that forearm, so that we can tape the upper arm and forearm both. So first we measure it and then just round the tape like this. We just rounded the one end for the anchor. Then now we make it fan. How to make it fan cut? Like you have to fold the tape like this. Just let this half to 1 block, so that we can make it like, and we can make it anchor. So just fold it like this, and then we have to make it fan. It's like four tails will make. So this is the first, second, third. So this is your fan cut, 4 tails. So what we have to do now is just make it, just break the paper from here, separate each tails like this. So this is our anchor. We have removed tape. This is our anchor. Anchor should be placed in front of the shoulder like this, with neutral position and 0% tension on the anchor. We have to avoid this joint line, so that with this joint line, this axillary line, so that tape, if we apply tape over here, the tape will peel off easily because of the shoulder movement. So we have to avoid this area. Now what we have to do, we have to rub the anchor so that it stick nicely. Now what we have to do, we have 4 tails. Now what I'm going to do is just to peel it off from here. Now what will be the position? It can be neutral or in gentle stretch position. Gentle stretch position as tolerated by the patient, means it's up to the patient. If she is comfortable with the stretch, we can give a stretch. If she is not comfortable with the stretch, we can make it in the neutral position. So what we have to do is, now we have to give 10 to 20% tension on the tail. So how you measure that 20%? Just, if you don't know anything, just stretch it up to 100%. Now this is 50%, this is 20% around. So what we have to do is like this, and now the end should be with 0% tension in stretched on neutral position like this. Now the second tail is like this, 20%, 10 to 20% stretch. It's like this. And again, should be each end, each tail stretch on the tension on the tape should be 20%, 10 to 20%, and end should be at 0% tension. Now the fourth one, it's like this. and rub the tape so that towards, if it is possible, it should rubbing the tape towards the anchor. So I'm rubbing it. So this is your first tail. Now the second one, I cut it previously, and the same way I just cut it. Now the second anchor, the second strip, I'm going to place over here, anchor over the back of the shoulder or just proximal to the swelling. So this is the back of the shoulder. Now just rub the anchor so that it sticks nicely. Now what we have to do is the same way, we have to give 10 to 20% stretch on the tails, just like this. Make sure that the tails first fan strip cross the second fan strip cross the first fan strip. It's like this. Now the second. Should be like this. The main purpose is to cover the maximum swelling area. So this is for the upper arm. Now we have to move to the forearm. So how to tape forearm? We usually apply the kinesio tape in two sets. That is for the arm, and that second one is second set for the forearm. You may proceed it to the third set, that is for the hand. If you are not comfortable with the another set, you can combo the forearm and hand in the same thing, in the same that fan. So now for the forearm, we should start from the elbow, in front of the elbow. I just always make sure that you should avoid the joint line of the elbow, so that if you not avoid the joint line, the tape will peel off easily because of the elbow movement. So I'm applying it over above the elbow joint, that is in neutral position. Rub the tape. 0% tension, anchor should be in 0% tension. Now for the tails, the same process, the same tension, that is stretch the area up to the maximum, so that it should be like 20% tension, 10 to 20% tension, and then end it should be 0%. Now the second it's like 20% tension, and then apply end at 0% tension. Then again the third tail, around 20% tension, tail should be at 0%. Now the fourth tail, it is also in 20%, and just rub the tape so that it sticks nicely. And from the next, for the forearm, from the second fan, it will be like this. So that we avoid the joint line. So I started with the elbow. So in anchor in 0% tension and in neutral position. Now the tail should be at 10 to 20% of tension and anchor, that end should be at 0% in. Now the second tail. Just now. Third tail. $10 to 20%. And now the fourth tail should be 10 to 20%. Now rub the tape towards the anchor if possible. So this is for the lymphedema. Taping. And if in case if the breast surgery is there, or any kind of lymph nodes compromised, that because of the surgery or any other things, so the lymph nodes will be compromised here. So what we have to do is just channel the full fluid movement towards the uncompromised side. That means we have to go across the chest, so that fluid movement towards the another unaffected lymph node. So we can what we have to do is place another fan cut, measure across the chest, across the midline of the chest, and then we have to measure from here to here. Just apply anchor over here and fans over here, so that the fluid movement should go towards the uncompromised lymph nodes. And in case if you have both side of lymph nodes are compromised because of surgery, so what we have to do is to channelize the fluid towards the groin area or the hip area, so that we can move the fluid from here to here. So this is the thing. This is the things what we have to understand is that the tension on the tape. What would be the tension on the tape? This we have to understand is 10 to 20% of the tension. From where we have to start, where should be the anchor for the arm, where should be the anchor for the forearm, and if you are using another for that for analyze the movement, so that we have to anchor that tape fan strip across the chest. So this is the taping for the lymphedema, and I hope it will be helpful for you and for your practice. So thank you so much. This is Dr. Rohit. So this is the thing. This is the lymphedema taping. If you have any question regarding the taping or other kinds of queries, you can visit www.kinesiotaping.com, or you can directly contact to me, myself, Rohit. And if you have any queries regarding, ask to me.
Oh, live.
Hello.
Yeah.
Hi everyone. I hope you understood the things about lymphedema and its kinesiotaping method, how we treat the lymphedema patients with kinesiotaping. I hope there was some that screen issue, so I apologize for that. And if you have any question that you can raise here, I'm here. So if you have any kind of queries regarding lymphedema taping or kinesiotaping, you can ask me.
Yes.
Look, we can use actually there are lots of studies in which we find that lymphedema we can use kinesiotape in mild to moderate stage. Means if there is a starting of the lymphedema, you can use it very effectively. We have that result oriented, that taping is there. But if the patient is coming after 5 years or any that 4 years, 5 years, or 6 years, so we can use the same kinesiotaping. We can use this method along with the that complex decongestive therapy. And because we can use this in that area also where we cannot apply the bandage or a straps, because we can, like your chest area, you cannot apply the bandage effectively, and like in the neck area you cannot apply effectively. We can, like abdomen area, so we can use this technique along with the that your decongestive therapy and bandages. So yes, you can use it after 5 years. There's no harm. Fan cut, because we have to cover the lots of big area for the lymphedema, because fan cut is usually specialized for the swelling. So because it covers the larger area of the swelling, so we apply the fan cut, because every tail of this fan that we apply to the patient's skin, that does its effects, like it's recoil towards the anchor, and we can that channelize the movement towards the anchor. The anchor we will place to the proximal to the swelling, and the more the tails you have, the more area you can cover. And if we use the 2 or 3 fan cuts over the area, that what I show you is the 2 fan cut. You can also apply the 3 fan cuts if you wish. So fan cuts are used basically because of that we have to cover the larger area, so fan cut is very effective in that. Yes. Pardon, I can't understand. uh, yeah. If look, I told you in my video and my that speech, that if you have means if there's a mastectomy or surgery over your ipsilateral side, or the one side of the hand, or the one breast has been removed, so the lymphatic, if the lymph nodes of the axillary area are removed, so we can channelize the fluid from here, so to the unaffected side we can channelize the fluid, so that it can move from this area to this area, so where the lymph nodes are not compromised, so we can channel the fluid from this area to this area. And in case if both the lymph nodes are compromised, or the bilateral that surgery has been done, so we can move the fluid from this area to the down area, or to the back area where the lymph nodes there are, where the possible lymph nodes are there, so we can move the fluid to this channel.
Dr. Rohit, with this, I would like to thank you formally for joining us as a speaker, and it's a wonderful session. And I'm really thanked that you have accepted my invitation on a very short notice and prepared so good presentation. Thank you so much.
you so much. Thank you so much, Dr. Ankit. Thank you.